time to travel back to BLOCKCON. Join me for this amazing series where we get to talk to blockheads who attended the first ever BLOCKCON convention in Chicago, Illinois. Well, thank you for making the time today, Alex. I appreciate it. Welcome to Dope Nostalgia.
Yeah, this is a little outside my comfort zone because I'm shy and it's not my native language, but I'll try my best.
Oh, yeah, no, we're just having a fun conversation. So I'll just be asking you a bit about your time at BLOCKCON. And before that, you and I knew each other from social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I always knew that you have the best photos ever with Jordan. Always. Every time you've had a meet and greet with Jordan, you guys have the sweetest pictures. And I'm always in awe of them. So how have you had all these opportunities to get all these amazing meetings with the guys?
Well, just pure luck because I've been a blockhead ever since before the reunion. So I met them in Germany for the first time. But since 2008, when they reunited, I went and did meet and greet all the time. And then back then it was easy because Jordan was still doing solo stuff. So I focused more on his solo tours than New Kids. I mean, I did both, but more Jordan. Mm-hmm. So it was really easy to get all those pictures then.
Yeah. Then especially did you go to the Nick and Night tour?
Oh yeah. I went to 5 shows.
I love all the pictures with Nick and Jordan where they you're in the middle of the two of them.
Yeah. They called them panini or sandwich or quickie. It was actually the quickie first. That's what they called them. They were so fun. I mean, they were super fast but super fun, and I mean, it was a good price for that fun. I think so.
That's true. We really miss Jordan's solo stuff.
Oh my God. Sure. I know he's been lazy lately, so I really, really treasure those moments because you never know when he's going to do it again. I hope he will, but we'll see.
I hope he will. We all us Jordan girls. It's hard being a Jordan girl.
It's so hard, but nothing I'd rather be.
That's right.
They all try to convert me, and they all know it's not going to happen.
Well, whereabouts are you from, Alex?
I'm from Munich, Germany, born and raised. So my mom is from Peru. So I grew up speaking Spanish and German. And I moved here when I got married at 24 years old after I finished school.
That's very cool. And so you've been living in the U.S. ever since?
Yes, always in Texas. But my husband tricked me because I love California. And when we were dating, he was still living in California. It's so beautiful. But his job brought him to Texas, and I don't mind Texas. It's just not as beautiful, and the ocean is not the same, but it's okay. I like it.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I'm landlocked up here. there's my cat.
Oh, how cute.
So anytime I get near the ocean, I get very excited. I can feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, totally.
Now,
what's your cat's name?
Her name is Lady Mew Mew. I went through a big Lady Gaga phase when I got her.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's trying to get your attention.
She likes to be involved in the interviews. She always wants to be up on the desk. But so she just turned 13.
Wow.
She's an old girl now.
That's amazing. Well, she looks amazing.
Thank you.
She's very cute.
Thank you. Now, for your BLOCKCON adventure,
yes.
Did you go to the WallCon on the Thursday?
Actually, yes. We didn't know if we were going to make it because my friend Clarita from New York, she was supposed to land around 1. Her flight was delayed, so she didn't get to the hotel until maybe 3 p.m. Mm-hmm. So we thought, well, maybe if we go now, the line will be crazy. We might not get in. But we had another girl from Spain, and she had never been. And that was my first time. Well, actually, my half time to Wahlburgers because we ended up going, and we were so lucky because right after we arrived, not even 5 minutes later, Donnie came out and took selfies. So we came, and it was perfect. We didn't wait for
Right.
another 2 hours to get into Wahlburgers, which I mean, I want to go back one time when there's not that many people. I would love to, but I mean, it was just a perfect selfie line.
Yeah, no, that was great. A lot of people were very fortunate and thankful that Donnie came out and took pictures, and Danny as well. Um, there were people who were waiting in line though, who unfortunately never even got a chance to see Danny or Donnie, which is unfortunate, you know.
Oh, that's the worst. They waited like 2 hours. Poor Anna from Amsterdam. I felt
Yep.
so horrible for her.
That's exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I felt
her
so
her
bad.
and Ness. Her and Ness
Yeah.
never got the chance at that opportunity. Luckily, they had a lot of other amazing things that happened throughout
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
weekend, but yeah.
Yes, I sat kind of close to them, so I filmed Nessa a lot when she had all the new kids run-ins during the show. So that was amazing.
Oh, my favorite Ness moment was like she danced with Jordan. Oh,
I know. So lucky. That's awesome.
it was adorable. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Um, now when you talk about the panels that happened, actually, I'm skipping ahead. Let me go back.
Okay.
I don't even have these in proper order. The concert, the very
Yeah.
first night. Now, before the concert started and you're walking in, you've registered, you're going into the theater, Rosemont Theater, for the first time.
Mhm.
What really caught your attention right away? Um, Obviously, seeing everybody, all the friends.
Yeah. I mean, seeing you was one of my highlights. I mean, we've been talking for so long, and not just
Yes.
you. I mean, everybody's people I hadn't seen in years. So that's my favorite thing about those reunions. I mean, it's
Mhm.
more than just the guys. Obviously, we still love them and we go crazy. And when they go live, I mean, it's always a fun and joy to watch them. But just meeting up with friends, that's my favorite part.
I know. I'm so happy we finally got to meet too.
Yeah. I
That was
love the
wonderful.
coffee crisp and the Smarties. The Smarties reminded me of Germany.
Oh, they have Smarties in Germany.
Yes, I hadn't eaten them in like 15 years.
So
So thank
I
you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I was just like I had a select few packages made up where I brought little Canadian chocolate bars and a little dope nostalgia wristband and stickers. And so I made sure you got one. But then yeah, a lot of people hadn't told me they'd never had coffee crisp before. And apparently Smarties in the US is something completely different because it's those candies, those how do I explain that? What they look? They kind of look or taste like a Pez candy.
Oh, really? I did not know them. I only knew
Yeah.
the German ones, which are the Canadian ones. I never knew they were Canadian.
Yeah. So it's a brand called Smarties in the US, but it's what Canadians would call rockets.
Okay.
So it's totally different. I'll have to put a picture in the social media so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I love all your pictures, like when you educate people like on 80s and 90s nostalgia stuff. So it's cool.
Thank you. It's just fun. I love doing the social media end of it and posting all the funny memes and 80s and 90s culture stuff. It's really great.
Yeah, it is. It brings back wonderful memories. I mean, I love the 90s, obviously the 80s. I mean, we grew up during those times, and now it's so different.
Yeah. No, that's why I do this. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The concert that night, what were
Yes.
some of your favorite parts?
Best concert ever. Well, my favorite parts are always Jordan, but you know that. But
Me
obviously
too.
the deep cuts. I'm a huge fan of Face the Music, so I loved seeing Never Let You Go, which is
Hmm.
another question. I'm sorry, I'm ahead. So yeah, my favorite parts were like the whole concert. Everything was so good. I mean, they tricked us because they began and we were like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like what we're used to last tour again. And
Yep.
then came out with all the good stuff.
I knew it was, I was like, it's got to be coming. It's got to be coming. Cause like, I
Yeah.
think the first like 4 songs were the set list from the mixtape tour. And I'm like,
Yes.
I'm sitting there going, come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's
And they
get
did.
deep.
They delivered. It was so good. Best concert ever.
It really was the best concert ever. It's obligatory, the songs that they have to do for every show, of course, right? Even though like we like hardcore blockheads like, you know, us and everyone at BLOCKCON knows and inside and out, but it's obligatory for them to have to do those songs too. Because you probably always have somebody who would be like, why didn't they do Step by Step? They have to do Step by Step.
And I kind of get it. I mean, it's not us, obviously, we're more hardcore. But if I go to other concerts of other bands, I'm like, why are they playing all those new songs? I don't know them. I just want the classic songs. So I get it for the fans that are not as diehard.
Exactly. And it's those those are things that kind of set the mixtape the way it is. The mixtape tour has to be the way it is because there's those fans who just want to hear the hits. Yes. This is a totally different experience where they could play anything and we would know it.
Exactly. It was beautiful.
It really was. It really was. Jordan on the piano.
Oh my God. I melted. That was one of the things we all wanted, and they listened. I mean, I remember they were asking for input and everybody was like, yes, Jordan on the piano, solo JK, or Never Let You Go, Face the Music. And they listened. Everything we wanted, they played. And it was amazing.
Never Let You Go. This is a side note. You're a subscriber to Rat Tail, right? Our friends Chris and Adrian.
Am. Yes.
They're on a hunt now for subscribers because as soon as they hit their goal in subscribers, guess what? They're doing the react.
Going to react. I know. And that's one thing I want to see the guys react to at the panels. I know I'm ahead again. That was another question.
Yes.
So, yes, I hope they hit the 3,000.
Because then we're going to see that Never Let You Go react. And the best part is Chris has never seen the video.
Oh my God, his eyes are gonna fall out. Yeah, I can't see that.
So yeah, if any of our listeners out there are not yet subscribers on YouTube to Rat Tail, please go to YouTube and search Rat Tail and hit subscribe because we get a nice treat once it happens.
It's worth it. They are so fun.
Yeah. Did you go upstairs to see the wardrobe experience?
Oh my God, I loved it. It was so well done. I mean, Patrick is amazing. So it was all well thought out and all those epic outfits were showcased. So I love Patrick. He does a great job dressing all the guys, just according to their individual style and personality. And it was just great to see the show clothes because they usually don't get the attention they deserve. So really, really good idea. So I also love the sneakers. I mean, that was just so cool.
Very cool. The cool thing about when the guys wear any kind of a matching outfit in general, usually each one is still a little bit tailored to the personality of that guy.
Exactly.
Which is really cool.
And you know, I'm biased and so are you, but Jordan always dresses best. And I also love his jackets and shoes the best always.
We love how he dresses. I loved when he was going through his wearing suits phase in the early 90s.
Yes.
With the big hoops, the big earrings and the suits.
Yes, and those crazy colors. Yeah. Good time.
That's another thing we have in common. Anna and I love the suits as well. If I see a good suit photo, I like to send it over to her in a message.
He was born to wear a suit. Like when he came out for prom, I almost died. He looked so good.
Oh. Fangirls, man.
I know.
Jordan girls, we get like, all the time.
It never gets old. He has that magic.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dope Nostalgia listeners, I love you and I thank you so much for being a part of this show and its success over the last 2 years. We have what's called Patreon for those who want to support the show financially. For as little as $1 a month, you can become a subscriber and get bonus content, early podcast release, all kinds of cool behind-the-scenes stuff, and more. There's different tiers of membership starting at only $1 a month. And we even have some special merch for you guys who are in it for the long run. So please join our Patreon. It's at www.patreon.com/dope nostalgia.
Hey, I'm Josh Rodriguez.
And I'm Mike Zacchio.
And we are
the new pod on the block.
Every week, Mike and I will be breaking down our obsession with everything boy band culture.
From bangers to bops to fashion and everything in between.
If it's boy band related, we've got you covered.
We also want you to be a part of it. So call into our hotline and leave a voicemail for the show.
818-308-4084.
Be sure to subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave us a review.
Follow me at Mike_Zacchio.
And I'm Josh Rodriguez at Josh_Rodriguez_.
And you can follow New Pod on the Block on Instagram at
New Pod on the Block.
New Pod on the Block. Every week on your favorite podcast platform.
Strikes you. There's magic in the real thing. You never know wherever you go, you might find magic in a Coca-Cola classic. Can't beat it, can't beat the real thing. There's magic in the real thing. Can't beat it, can't beat the real thing.
Now, you've been on the cruise before, correct?
Yes, I've done 2 cruises, 2014 and 2015. So I'm very excited to be on a cruise again this year.
I'm so happy you're coming. That's wonderful
Yes.
news.
Me too.
Now, when you compare the cruise to an event like BLOCKCON, what are the pluses and minuses? Like, what do you prefer?
You know, I was asking myself that question, and it's really hard. I didn't think I would like BLOCKCON that much. I underestimated them, I have to admit, but I loved it. And I'm getting older, and I really like the cruises. It's so much fun, but I tend to I don't know how I'm going to do this year because it's been a while since my last cruise. So it's just so exhausting. So I think I may even choose BLOCKCON over the cruise.
Just because it didn't feel as rushed.
Yeah, and it was I was super tired after that weekend too, but not cruise level tired. So I think
don't know
I
what
can
it
handle it
is.
better.
It's something about being on the boat or being in the ocean or whatever it is that it makes it more exhausting. Maybe it's the heat.
Yeah, and also, the events start so late, so we wait and we don't sleep and we don't eat right and all the dancing and after parties. So I think the lack of sleep is even worse, on the boat. Nobody sleeps on the boat.
That's fair. I understand. I'm all for it. I'm okay with it. I keep going. It's totally worth it.
So young again. Of course it's worth it. I think so too.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they've introduced this kind of event like BLOCKCON. I think it's going forward going to be something that would be a good idea to keep, especially like you said, as we are getting older.
Yeah.
It'll just be easier.
Right.
And there
Also,
are people who can't sail.
That cannot cruise due to medical reasons or something. So it's a good alternative.
100%. Yeah, some people can't get on the boat, so this is a much better thing. You know what I just saw? Backstreet Boys came out this week with they're doing a all-inclusive resort type of deal.
Yes, I did see that. I saw the prices are crazy, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Prices are crazy, really, but I mean, it's kind of like that for everything. So all these types of events. So I understand, but I think that's something that would be really cool if our guys did something like that.
They might because, BLOCKCON was kind of something else too. So they always reinvent themselves. Why not?
Exactly. I like that. That's true. Now we were touching on this earlier, but when the panels happened, what kind of things did you learn from the panels that you might not have known before or made you laugh? Just the guys obviously got very emotional.
Yeah. So many things. The panels were incredible. So I really liked what Jordan's dad said about "I'll be loving you forever." Well, we already know it's beautiful, but he nailed it. He said it's hauntingly beautiful, and I know you're not a big fan of the song, but I really love it. And then we had all those fun moments, like how two grown men fit into a new kid's sleeping bag or not. That was one of my highlights.
That's
So
one of the best
funny.
things that happened all weekend.
Yes, it was the best. And then Jordan farts like a cat. And of course, we didn't know, but now we know his current dislike is lower back pain, but not from sex. He had to clarify.
Oh my goodness. My jaw hung open when he said that. I was like,
Yes, I'm like,
was
oh
like-
no, he didn't.
he's
Also,
into sharing today.
Oh, he was on fire. I mean, even non-Jordan girls told me, your man is on fire. And he was so funny. I mean, he was having such a good time. He was really enjoying himself.
Yeah. It's so good to see
I
that.
also like that Joe thinks that Griff would fit in with young Donnie and Jordan.
Yeah,
That
I missed that
thing.
part.
Oh, really? I have it on video. I'll send it to you.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, and it's really exciting to see like what's happening with Griffin and his career and all the things he's been up to. So that's really cool that they shared
Yeah.
that.
Joe can be so proud of him.
Absolutely. Now, if we were doing the video reacts, you mentioned what you'd like to see those guys look at and react to. Go for it.
You know, I need them to react to Never Let You Go. And I totally get Sonal. I understand it. I hate that chick too. We all do. All the Jordan girls, obviously.
We're all seething when we see. She's lucky.
I know. Or another thing would be really good, like if they did like a reel of their concert highlights, like react to Rock in Rio or the pay-per-view or the Super Bowl and then the reunion concert in T-Dot, something like that.
That's cool.
You know, very emotional highlights of their career just to see how they talk about it. Or like, yeah, I know we had the coming home video, so we got all that story. I mean, that was great at the panels too when they told us about the reunion time. It's just, I mean, I've been there since day one, so it brought back all those memories.
100%. It was nice to learn it and see some background videos that hadn't been seen before, like Lady Gaga in the studio and
Exactly.
things
So
like
cool.
that. I like that you said Rock in Rio. That they kind of got close to it when Donnie reacted to Piers Morgan
Yes.
trying to basically attack them during the press junket. So yeah, I was like, I was wondering how this was going to go, seeing something that wasn't one of the more positive times. That was one of the more negative experiences.
Mm-hmm. True. No, I remember. I mean, I still have the Big Bopper posters, Pierce sucks and all that. It was like he was on a campaign. It was fun back then, but it kind of, I mean, I've always liked all of them, but I'm shy. I'm a Jordan guy. So back then, all this intimidated me a little. I mean, I love Donnie. I know he has a heart of gold, but he was so passionate back then. And it was kind of a little intimidating for me.
I understand. He's always been a passionate person. He was young and he was understandably angry.
Yeah, obviously.
At the way that they were received by press and media. And I can understand why he felt the way he did.
Yes.
Standing up for what he was doing and the guys. So yeah, I know, I think Donnie said before, like he'd be different about it now as an adult.
Definitely. He matured. He learned. He's not as, he's more collected now.
Oh, 100%. He's an incredible spokesperson. He does his job well. I enjoy everything
Totally.
that he brings to the table. So it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Did you get any pictures in the doll boxes?
Yes, I was so lucky. We were going to go to eat, but some of our friends had to use the bathroom. So while we were waiting, we were going to take pictures in the boxes. We were lining up for the Donnie doll box. And then after a while, he actually came and started taking pictures. And then we saw John, but we thought he wouldn't take pictures because he only took one picture with Angela and then he went to the screen. But he came back and he started taking pictures. So after Donnie, we got John. And then the line for Joe was so long. So we stood in line, we took a picture with Danny, and then people were cutting the line. So for Joe, it was like crazy. We waited like over 30 minutes. And then some people that hadn't been there, they just walked up and they were forming a second line. And we were like, no, hold on. This is not the line. We are in the original line. Yeah. So Joe kind of came out and he tried to like appease everyone. And he started taking selfies outside the box. So I got him too, but not in the box.
Yeah, it's just easier and faster, isn't it, than having to go around and go into the back of the doll box. He just wanted to get through as many as possible, which was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that line. It was funny because during that time too, there was a bunch of us girls lined up for Jordan's box for no reason.
I saw that. I was like, Jordan girls are so loyal. They know he's not gonna come out, but still, I mean, there's like the Billy percent chance he will. So I was gonna line up in that one too, but I didn't have time. But I knew he wasn't gonna do it.
In our chats, so you know how on Facebook or Facebook Messenger, like with the girls and stuff, there's always like different chats you have going.
Yeah.
In one of my chats, I always like to use the hashtag "Damn it, Jordan." Damn it, Jordan. Just because, as I said earlier, it's hard being a Jordan girl.
Well, you just get used to his ways and you know what to expect. And when he delivers, he really delivers. So it's all cool. I don't mind.
Jordan, you did a great job at BLOCKCON. Just putting it out into the universe.
Yes.
You did. We were really happy seeing you happy. That's all we want.
Yes. Stingy was my highlight. I wanted it so badly and he came through. He delivered.
He sure did. I know when it started playing, what did you do? As soon as you heard it start playing?
I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. So obviously I had to record it. I almost missed it because I was going to go to the bathroom. So I kind of lost my spot and I wasn't that much in front anymore. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I can't miss this.
I'm so happy you weren't in the washroom. Can you imagine? You hear it playing and you're like, no.
I would have cried. That actually happened to a friend of mine. She's a Jordan girl. So she heard it while she was in there and then she came out and she didn't miss all of it, but she missed like the beginning. That would have been so sad.
There must have been a mass exodus of women running out of the bathroom.
I'm sure there was.
Oh, well, you were in Chicago. Did you get to go do any other activities or see the sights?
Not this time. I love Chicago. It's one of my favorite cities, but I didn't plan on doing anything because this was strictly for BLOCKCON. So we did get to do a really fun pre-BLOCKCON lunch, just Jordan girls. So I really enjoyed that because I got to meet friends that I hadn't seen at all or in a while. So that was really fun.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you got that experience. Wonderful. Was that in Rosemont?
Yeah, it was in Rosemont. It was a barbecue place and they did so great. They even printed the special menu we had created. It said JK Girls Brunch. And so really, really awesome.
No way. Wasn't the service in Rosemont outstanding? Like I found like everywhere we went.
Yes.
We had really good service.
Really nice. No, it was great.
I'm a big fan of that city. It's such a great little entertainment complex they have there. And I think that would be a wonderful place to keep BLOCKCON if they decide to.
I agree. No, it all worked out. And I have fond memories of Rosemont because I've been to the Chicago shows a couple of times. So I did some karaoke after a show there. So Rosemont has always been good to me.
You have to tell me where the karaoke is. Karaoke is my middle name.
I know. I'll look it up for you. Maybe I'll even find the video. There was one of the crew members trying to butcher Please Don't Go Girl, and I was a little tipsy, so I was like, no, I can't let this happen. So I stomped onto, I took the mic from him. I'm like, hey, let me sing this right.
Oh, you got aggressive.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love you. That's great. So when you look back at the whole weekend, are there any highlights that you'd like to share that we haven't got to?
Um, just the whole thing. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, the concert was awesome because we had the box right by us. So we had 4 out of 5 new kids. Not my new kid, but that's okay. I love them all.
Mhm.
And then I was with Clarita, who's a huge Donnie girl. And Donnie came and hugged her during the show. That was awesome too.
Oh, so many good memories and so many good things happened, and
Yeah.
that's the way it always ends up in these events. So I'm so proud to be a blockhead when you see like what the fandom's like and how the guys treat their fans. It's really a beautiful thing.
Yes, nothing compares. It's just that bond. And I know there's people we've met like 13, 14, 15 years ago, and we're still here. And I love
Mhm.
meeting new people and just creating new bonds, and just the guys get it. So it's just a beautiful experience all around.
I think a lot of the bonds you like you said 14, 15 years ago, and the same friends and fans that you've been hanging out with and you get to see over and over is a wonderful thing. And I think during the pandemic, that's when there was a huge surge of new friendships made online.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
very
a lot of content creation came out during that time that was New Kids Devoted. And I love how it brought the fandom together the way it did.
Oh, absolutely. And the guys are also the culprits because I mean, who does that? Those Zoom calls. I mean, they were probably just as scared as everybody else was because nobody knew what to expect. But just having them do this weekly or at least once a month with us, that was such a calming um it was just it just speaks to them. I mean, I know it's a business and they want our money, but they really care about us too.
Because they don't have to do this.
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody has to do that. They go above and beyond.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Alex. It's been a
Oh,
pleasure talking to you. You're such a sweet, sweet person, and I'm happy to be friends with you. So thank you for being on the show.
thank you so much for having me. It was an honor. See you on the boat.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Back to BLOCKCON. There'll be so much more content coming from some of our favorite blockheads in the New Kids universe. Remember, Dope Nostalgia is licensed by SOCAN because we believe that artists should be paid for their work. See you next time.